asserting that those involved in violence against the Rohingya community should be held accountable. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres on Tuesday said India can help in the crisis by supporting Bangladesh in humanitarian assistance and using its influence with Myanmar to bring about reconciliation. He also said that to keep a population in such a discriminatory situation is an invitation for terrorist groups to exploit the situation. The top UN official said India is an absolutely essential component of a future multipolar world and that the country can also play a role of an honest broker in some of the ongoing conflicts in the world. In response to a question on the adoption of the Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism, proposed by India in 1996, he said the reason for the delay has been due to non-agreement on the definition of terrorism by countries. After attacks by the Myanmar security forces, Rohingya, an ethnic minority in Myanmar that mostly resides in regions bordering Bangladesh, have fled the country. According to the United Nations Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, over 7 lakh people have fled Myanmar, and majority of them reside in Bangladesh. India has over 40,000 refugees scattered across the country. I have never seen a community so discriminated in the world as Rohingyas, Mr. Guterres, who arrived on Monday on his maiden visit to India, said in response to a question on the issue. He was delivering a lecture on global challenges, global solutions here. He said the Rohingya don't have access to health and education and there was deep-rooted feeling of racism against them within the Myanmarese society. Mr. Guterres recalled his visit to the country as the High Commissioner for Refugees, during which he said the president of Myanmar asked him to resettle Rohingya in some other countries. To make them refugees is not my role. My role is to solve the problem of refugees. This shows how deeply rooted is the negative perception of the Rohingyas. This was intensified by some hate speech by some monks on social media. There are over 1 million people in Bangladesh. They were people burned, raped. Even if there was a provocation, the reaction of the armed forces was brutal, he alleged. Mr. Guterres stressed on political reconciliation so that the Rohingya could go back to their country.